crazy.
I agree.
Starting. There we are. Happy Saturday. Saturday Solutions number 41. I'm Christina Rue from HLC Bookkeeping and Office Services. And
Krista Rue.
Miss President, Madam President, pain in the... What? I'm sorry.
Watch it.
So Saturday Solutions are offered two-ish every Saturday, depending on setup issues, where we kind of just talk about questions that we received through the week. HLC Bookkeeping was founded on three principles: hospitality, organization, professionalism. So we try to hit topics that cover those three topics, where you live, work, and worship, and give information on all that on all those areas, I guess you would say. So sometimes we're business oriented, because that's what HLC is. We're business oriented peoples. And then we do a smattering of what can help enhance our lives and our spiritual life. So anyways, we're here this beautiful, beautiful Saturday.
It's gorgeous out. Very
It definitely is. And we are getting over our cold, thank goodness. So that's awesome. And I don't know if it was cold. I think it was a combination. Like, I think it started as a cold, and then the allergies just
made it worse.
Yeah.
True.
So
True.
anywho, we're much better now.
Well, you guys be the judge of that.
Exactly. We'll see about the clarity of thought.
All right. So let's recap last week. Last week we talked about value pricing and what you are bringing to the table as a business. Because sometimes it's not just about the basic skill, it's your experience as well. So that usually if you've been in business a long time, you're more efficient.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, you don't have the fear of being completely honest with your clients.
We just are.
You just are, because you've seen a lot, you've done a lot, you know what's going to help them. Yeah. And if they choose not to do it, that's fine. But your job is to tell them what you've experienced and how it can help them.
Exactly. We're brutally honest people.
Yes. I actually have said to customers, are you sure you want to ask me this question? Because I will give you the answer.
Exactly. But I think we're fair.
Yes.
And
because yes, we might have bad news to impart, but we also have solutions.
Correct.
We're not just like, oh, well.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah, no. We're very much a team with our clients. We want everybody to move forward in a positive way.
Yes, we do.
All right.
To go higher, I just saw.
Oh, okay. And then the third thing we talked about, was coworkers, how we treat our coworkers. Because it's very important. You spend a lot of time with them, so you better be getting along. And if not, you need to determine, maybe just zip my mouth today because I'm not the best person I can be. Number 3, last week we talked about public speaking, and we gave you some tips and tricks to help you with that. So the first topic for this time, which I don't think we talk about it enough, is repeat and long-term customers and clients. Why are they so important? And it's not just from a monetary standpoint. Yes, usually if they're long-term or using you more frequently, you're of course making more money from them than someone who just walks in the door once.
And they're getting a better rate. That's something to
Are you
keep
taking care of them?
You need to be taking care of your customers.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And then also, because you've been with them so long, you've developed this relationship where you're very much in a consulting role as well as maybe a skill role, because you understand their business completely. And they understand what you can do for them. So it's honestly, that's what we look for. Our business philosophy was, as you grow, we grow. And that's sort of how we built our whole business, was that we know if a business is growing, then they're living. They're
That's
thriving.
exactly right.
So that's one of the things. So are you taking care of your repeat and long-term customers? Because you should be doing maybe a little bit more special things for them than you do for everybody else. One of the things we do in our firm, we have a top 10. If these 10 people call, they will talk to Krista and Christina, period. If we're here.
Yes, absolutely.
If we're here. No matter what, they have complete access to us. Where if you're number 69, we'll probably have to take your message. You know,
we'll call you back.
And our people are good. We hire good people.
Exactly.
So that's why we have the ability to know our people are going to be taken care of, whether it's us or our staff.
Correct.
So again, long-term and or repeat customers. This should be your focus. And remember, they then become your raving lunatics. They're your sales department. Because if you're helping them, they want to tell people about it.
Yep.
And honestly, we haven't advertised in years. In years. Because our people, our current clients, send their friends to us. So again, take care of your long-term and repeat customers.
Yep. No BS.
Yeah, no BS. All right. And then the next topic we want to talk about is new business. Because we say all the time, everyone needs to be in business to truly understand
single person
how this world works.
In the world. Yeah.
And
it gets you outside of yourself and makes you think of a bigger picture. You start seeing where things might connect that you can't see the connection right now. I mean, business makes the world go round. Most businesses are your smaller businesses.
That's right.
That keep most of the
Under
community
20 employees.
That's exactly right. And like they make their community stronger. A strong community is a better place to live.
Right. And let's also talk about, there's a lot of new ways of doing business.
Yes.
Because like, guess what? If you're driving an Uber, you're in business.
Yep.
You're a 1099 contractor. So guess what? You better be setting aside some tax money.
Correct.
You should be paying your quarterly estimates.
Because they'll send you that 1099.
Right. So just because you're like, oh, I'm just making some money on the side. Yes, but Uncle Sam knows about that too. So you've got to, give your appropriate portion to him.
Yes.
So a lot of people get themselves into trouble when they do these non-traditional businesses, if you will. Because guess what? You're still subject to the same tax laws.
Correct.
So
And people who do, I have a hobby. Well, do you sell stuff for that hobby?
Are you paying sales tax?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because just because you might think it's something little, the state of PA and the federal government could consider it a business. So you really should be talking to someone.
Yep.
About that.
Yep. And what we like to do too is if you're thinking of starting a business, let's talk about pro and cons. Let's do a Zoom meeting. Let's do a little spitball session. Is it really a business? Is it viable? What all do you think you'll need? And for the tax benefits alone, even if you have a home-based business, you can now write off a portion of your house.
Yeah. If you're
that business.
Empty nest and you're using
Little Johnny's room now for your business
guess what?
office.
That's a tax write-off because you're doing business in that home. So
use the whole attic. That's a third of your home.
Yes. Hello. Yeah. So there's a lot of things you should be taking advantage of as well. So you need to be talking to bookkeepers, lawyers, and accountants.
Correct.
And
marketing people.
And marketing. That's right. If you're like, let's do this. Because a lot of people, they start out with hobbies who then become real, true businesses because they took care of it and had the time to grow it.
Because I'm like, why is it a hobby? Because you enjoy it.
Right.
And a lot of people are like, well, yeah, it's what I enjoy. I don't make money at it.
Why aren't you?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
If you're fulfilling a need, there's a business to make.
That's right. That's right. So, talk about that. Think about that. And a lot of people, they do their 9 to 5s, and on weekends, they do their business.
Yeah.
Great. That's a great model, because guess what? The job's paying the bills, and now you can use this extra money to get out of debt,
Yeah.
to do a college fund, to do tons of other things.
Take a
Make
nice
extra
vacation.
mortgage payments.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
So,
Yep.
so like if you're going to be in business, let's do it right.
From the
And
beginning.
From the beginning. Yes. Create good habits. That's what we can help you with.
Yep.
All right. And then number 3 is the employee retention credit, because we're getting a lot of calls, a lot of questions. So Christine, why don't you talk a little bit about that?
I did. I just wanted to do some clarifying because a lot of people are like, well, I don't qualify. I have 1 employee.
Yeah. And these stupid advertisements are like, if you have 4 employees,
no.
If you have 1,
yeah,
we can see if you qualify.
Correct. And like they can't be related to you though. Like
and it can't be you.
And it can't be you. So that's the only thing that if you have a business with 1 employee and that employee's you, then yes, you don't qualify. That's true. But if that person isn't related to you, and they have, even if you have 3 or 4 people that become full-time equivalent because they all work part-time,
let's see.
We can see if you're eligible. So a lot of people are like, well, but what if my bottom line didn't change? What if I was blessed enough to get through COVID and my bottom line didn't change? Well, it used to be you could only qualify for the ERC on straight up revenue. So then you wouldn't qualify. However, they changed the parameters. So let's say you had a business that maybe the bottom line didn't change, but that's because you were working your butt off, cutting costs everywhere, and making sure that,
because you're a good owner.
If you're in a restaurant and you now only have 50% capacity, you're booking twice as many gigs. So yes, your bottom line didn't change, but you're exhausted and you were affected. The social distancing rules reducing your capacity qualifies you. Reduction of hours of operation can qualify you. Distribution delays or suspensions. If you waited for product forever and couldn't sell stuff because you had to wait 6 months to do so, you qualify. Supply chain disruptions. If you were part of that crew that your stuff sat out on those ships
in San Francisco
because they didn't have enough people to unload them, you qualify. Suspended on-site work or client meetings. So a lot of businesses, that's how they grow. They're always getting new clients. Insurance firms. I'm trying to think who else that have a lot of meetings, networking. That's their bread and butter. If those
marketing, for sure. Oh my gosh.
If you couldn't do that, and that was a prime component for you to get new business, you can qualify. So like, it's worth the phone call. Again, the only thing that shuts you down is if you're your only employee. And the thing to keep in mind is you don't get back everything you paid on your 941. Those figures are adjusted by if you took a PPP loan, if you got an EIDL grant loan, if you got
there was a lot of like Pennsylvania grants.
Right. So if you got grants and stuff like that, that all can come off. So you just have to keep in mind, this is not free money. This is money that you had paid in taxes, that the government made a program that it's an employee retention credit. You kept America working during a pandemic. Thank you. Try for it.
Right. It costs you nothing to answer a few questions.
Correct.
Nothing.
Yeah. So like, that's just, there's so many misnomers out there, and I keep getting these questions, and I'm like, people, did your life change? It's not just about revenue reduction. There's 3 ways to qualify.
All right. Well, okay then.
I was forceful.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, because it is a little upsetting sometimes. When we know people are eligible and they just believe what other people have told them.
Or they read it on the internet.
Oh, yeah. Because that's reliable.
Because that must be true.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So those were our 3 topics for today. Again, this is Krista and Christina Rue from HLC Bookkeeping and Office Services. And we do these little 10 to 20 minute sessions every Saturday. We want to respect your time. We don't want to take a lot, but these are things that people are talking about. So we're going to talk to you about it.
Yep. I have a bonus.
Ooh, a bonus.
I have a bonus. So this week, I bet there's been 20 phone calls. Maybe not 20. Maybe I exaggerate. But a lot looking for accountants.
Oh, yeah.
And so if you had an extension, that's now due September for business, October for personal. So this is August 19th. They're very busy with their extensions. So if you call, you may not get in right away. That's true. And it seems there's less and less accountants out there. And we only do up until taxes. But we do work with a lot of firms that are wonderful. And we'll be glad to give you names and referrals. But we can't guarantee that you will get an audience with them because they're busy too. And so I don't, you have to find somebody as an accountant who's going to want to work with you in your business, who sees it as a partnership.
Who's going to educate you the best way to do taxes.
Correct. And if you have somebody you're not comfortable with, after October 15th would be a great time to shop accountants.
That's right. That's right. And like we tell our clients too, you should be shopping bookkeepers every 3 years.
Yep.
You really should.
Anybody who does subcontracting for you, you should be keeping them true in terms of what else is out there. Have they number one, fulfilled the terms of their contract?
That's important.
Yeah. Number 2, is there anybody out there that'll do it better and cheaper? Number 3, do I still need them?
Right, because sometimes as owners, you've learned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You can do this yourself. It's do you want to spend the time instead of working on your business to do this? Like that's up to you.
Absolutely.
And again, we offer trainings.
Yep.
So if you want to, we're more than happy to make that transition with you. Absolutely. And then at that point, we just move to a consulting capacity where you call us on a quarterly basis and be like, okay, here's things I ran into. Yep. Did I handle that right?
Yeah, and we have many clients that's what they do. That we've trained them up.
That's right.
And now they're like, okay, I need an hour.
That's it. That's it.
Okay. And remember, we now are doing Thursday evenings and Tuesday evenings, 6 to 8, where you can schedule 15-minute increments. So if you just have quick questions. So something else to keep in mind. Again, that was a feedback from you guys. Yeah. I just want a question answered. I don't need a full hour.
But you got to call ahead because, like, once this section's full, it's full.
Yeah.
All right. So don't call at 6 o'clock is what I'm saying on Tuesday because there's probably someone already there.
Correct. Well, you have to prepay.
Oh, that's true.
You have to book it.
That's right. Yeah, boy. Okay. All right. So again, thank you for your time and attention. And if there's ever any questions you guys want answered, feel free to email us.
We'll be happy to address
That's right. At office@yourhlc.com.
Yep. And sometimes we get questions we can't answer. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I got to call the account.
Or on our website, hlcbookkeeping.com, you can actually send us a note.
Question. Yeah. Absolutely.
So you can do it that way too. If you're like, I don't want to talk to anyone, I'll just type it. Because I have days like that. I don't want to talk to people.
Yeah. Today should probably been a day because our hair is bad.
Is it?
Yeah. Like we look.
Oh, well.
Whatever. It's a Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Windy. It was beautiful outside. We were enjoying it. So these things happen.
That's right. That's right. Saturday is by appointment only.
Yes, that's correct. Get your vitamin D, soak up the sun,
that's right.
Stay healthy, and we will see you next week.
All right. Have a good one.
Yep.